You're right, people, and welcome back to another episode of Tekkit Legends with yours truly, Chaos. Thank you for joining me today, and I've been doing quite a bit of work on, let's say, the area, and as you can see, chickens are running amok. So, yeah, I'll explain why is that, and that is starting to wind me up. I'll quickly get rid of these guys. It's just they're absolutely doing my nut in, and I don't know how on earth my animals are getting out. They're all like fenced up, but for some reason, there you go, look. How on earth are they getting out? I just can't. I've got so many of them now, it's kind of like just cull and get rid of them. Look, see? Sheepy up here. A great way to introduce my episode is just me culling. And you can see in the corner, I've made a inverted battery egg farm, and it's really easy. I'll go into depth if you wish in a more in-depth video, but basically I'm using obsidian pipe, which is basically, can I bring up the recipe? It's 2 bits of obsidian, 1 bit glass, another bit of obsidian, and anything that drops into it, it gets sucked in. Easy as that. So then when the chickens lay the eggs, they'll fall through. The water then pushes them into the obsidian pipes, along the iron pipes, which I haven't got the wrench with me now. Yeah. But basically, there you go. You use the iron pipes, which are one-way pipes, with a Buildcraft wrench, and you right-click to basically where the blocked solid bits are is where the item cannot return, so it forces them to basically go this way and into the chest. And as you can see, we've got 64 stacks of 16, and then 45 stacks of 16, and 41 stacks of 16 eggs. And I can use that all, little chicken down there, I can use that all for basically, thank you, open, for my EMC, which is right here. So I've got a bit of EMC back. Let's just dump a lot of that stuff back in there, and I've got quite a bit of resources now. Annoying thing about the flax seeds, there's no EMC, so you can't dump them. They just take up space. So you can make an item called a trash bin and just basically chuck it in there, or chuck it in lava, you know, just destroy it. These are iron doors, nice and easy. All you got to do is iron doors. There you go. 6 bits of iron, and you can't right click to open them. They've actually got to be powered by a redstone signal, which is like pressure plates or buttons. Nice thing is, I've now increased my setting. I've now increased the difficulty to hard because it was too easy, but the thing is, zombies can smash through wooden doors, so I just went sod it. This is supposed to be a bit more fortified. I put in iron doors. Now you may have noticed a trench out there that will become apparent a bit later on in the episode, but first things first, I haven't got my iron suit on anymore. I thought I'd try some modded gear. So some of you may recognise this hazmat. It looks a bit like, in this texture pack, Half-Life. The Freeman, I believe. I'm just having a proper like blank moment, but it's really good. You got scuba gear, you got suit, leggings, and you got rubber boots, which I'll find in a minute. But basically, scuba gear, when you get little capsules like these of air, when you're underwater, you'll breathe those instead of suffocating. The rubber boots, which are similar to the static boots, when you fall, you don't take full damage, they take the damage instead. And when you've got the whole suit on, they allow you to be more resistant to lava, electrical shocks, just damage in general. So a nice good suit to have. So I should have all the gear ready here, so let's crack on and let's make a scuba helmet. As you can see, it was rubber, sorry, the recipe, rubber, orange dye, which is just red and yellow dye of any sort, glass, iron bars, 6, and rubber, which I've shown in previous episodes. And then the hazmat suit is rubber, orange dye. Let's clear that. Leggings, basically like normal leggings, but just with orange dye and rubber. Let's grab those. Oh, wrong way. And where are the boots? Come here, booty boots. Booties. Ah, there you go. Rubber boots. Easy. Wool, rubber. Couldn't be any easier. And I'm going to equip this all on and see if I look amazing. Now, you may have noticed I'm actually recording this at 60 FPS, 1080p. Oh, God. I look kind of mid-air, basically dangerous. I can't talk right now. One of these ones, empty cells, you can then pump it with air, which I'll be showing in a future episode. But basically, an empty cell is just tin, and then you use devices to obviously put your required items into it, like biofuel, lava, so on and so forth. But let's have a little gander. Oh, they look pretty cool. And the nice thing is, they take damage like the full rubber boots take full damage for me, but with my repair talisman, it repairs it. So all good. Let's crack on and show you why I've got a trench out there. Okay, downstairs. I tidied up down here. As you can see, I've sorted out, so I've got a redstone lever here to power this redstone engine to pull the ores out, but then I've got a lever here with some redstone trickery back there to power a redstone engine. As you can see, it loops around to then basically pump it out of the macerator into the electrical furnace, out of the furnace, and into a ton of different ingots. As you can see, tin and copper are plentiful. Yellorium is basically, imagine uranium. That's the equivalent. You got nickel, you got gold, silver, lead, bronze, iron, refined iron. I got some over in this chest over here. But quickly, before I forget, lapis lazuli. You'll need to use an extractor, and then you can get lapis lazuli out of that. For this one here, all you got to do is put it in a macerator, and you got 16 out of it, because I smelted these from nether ore. So when you smelt them, you get the plain ore back. So I'll just put that in there, and I've been using at the moment coal blocks, which are 9 lots of coal blocks, charcoal blocks, 9 lots of charcoal in a block, and they burn a lot longer than individual charcoal. So, there's the red I was on about for the iron pipes above, and I was using a hopper, which you just simply shift and right click the surface, and then you can put your ingredients in there and it'll pump automatically into your item. So you could do it for an iron furnace. That's how I cooked up a load of my chickens and stuff that I got, instead of trying to put it through the piping system. Let's put that back in there. Now, fingers crossed, this shouldn't be taking too long in the video. I got a lot of gear already set up, so let's make an extractor for you lot and show you how it actually works. Where's the extractor? There you go. So machine block, electrical circuit, taps. Have I got all this stuff? Don't know if it's going to work. Let's see. Sometimes with items that have durability, the recipe doesn't automatically pull. There you go, extractor. Now, can I... What I'm going to do a minute, just quickly so I can show you. There you go. And yeah, this is going to be a bit longer of an episode because I want to fit a bit more into it for you lot. Is this going to work? Hope it will. I know it's not going to be the tidiest, but there you go. And what you can do is put lapis lazuli in there, but you can also put sticky resin in there, and you get the rubber out. I believe you get 3 sticky resin instead of just you get 3 rubber instead of where's you? Oh, there you go, sorry. There you go. There, you get 3 instead of just cooking 1 and getting 1. And it's the same for rubber wood, I believe. You can chuck rubber wood in there. There you go. So yeah, you can put, if you chop down some trees, you've got a spare tree, just put it in there and you will get a rubber out of there. Let's put that back in there. Keep it nice and stored away. But as you can see, I've got some nice lapis lazuli, and instead of 1 battery box, I've got 2 more down there, so I've got plenty of power stored up. Anyway, how have I got tin out? Random. Now, I am going to go over solar panels this episode, and maybe then wind and the wave ones later on. There is wave along here somewhere. So, we've got solar panels, which need generators. So fingers crossed I can make a couple of those this episode. Now, nice and easy. Generator, coal dust. All you got to do coal dust is literally put coal, any form of coal, in some form of macerator or grinder, and easy as that. If you put coal ore in, you get 2. So whichever way you prefer is easier, just put coal in. So I'm just going to make this, but I'm going to speed up so it doesn't take too long. So I'll catch you in a minute. And there you go, there's 1. So I don't want to hang you around too long. What I'm going to do is going to skip ahead in a moment, and I'm just going to have a load of these all set up for that little trench up there. So I'll catch you in a moment.
1 hour later.
Okay, final hurdle. Let's see if this worked. Yes, there you go. So welcome back. Took me a little while to make all 5 of those. Little trick: if you got a recipe that you don't want to keep looking back, hover over the item, press R, and it'll bring up the recipe for you. So that's the same for like these electrical circuits. You press R, it brings it up, shift, right click, done. That kind of setup. Nice and easy. Now with these ones here, they produce low voltage, so with the different values of the cables, they have different values of how they send down charge. So with the lower value, it's wise to use tin ingots for tin cable, or really expensive glass fiber cable. So ultra low current, that's what we're going to be using at the moment. But then when you've got a surplus of diamonds and redstone, you make these and they don't lose any electrical charge whatsoever, or near enough any. But you only get 4 for each diamond, so I'm going to go for the tin ones at the moment. 1, 2. Hopefully that'll be enough. I'll just keep it in there for the moment. And let's crack on. So let's take out that, let that burn away, and if, as you see there, that's working away. Have we got anything that we can try and use some power to see? Don't worry, it's not the end of the world. I'm just going to macerate some stone or something. That should make gravel or sand, one of the two. So let's make a move on outside. Now hopefully there isn't any goons, but I am fully armoured up now, so I should be able to take them on. But let's lay down, making a little home down here. There you go. It's like Chicken Massacre. Now hopefully this should work, he says. All I'm waiting is for that famous hiss noise and just a freaking creeper to pop around behind me and just get me in the backside. Okay. Now, where was it? These backpacks are useful, but it is quite annoying every time you get a certain item that fits in them. They just instantly disappear into there. So, I have to make sure these solar panels, any form of solar panel, has direct sunlight. So, oh, bloody hell, there you go. Now, if I right click, there you go, they're instantly powered. So, by all means you can use copper cable, don't get me wrong, but it's probably more efficient. There's less power loss. So, let's go downstairs and let's use the wrench to get rid of that one. Now what I may do a minute, what I'm thinking of doing, is that an input? Or was that an output? Okay. If you remember from before, you have to, that's fine. The output's going that way, so it should all work fine, but as you can see, I got, oh, shit, wrong one. See, full of mistakes. No one's perfect. There you go. Let me empty out my hand. That may actually help. So I'm using up power bit by bit, but I got one there and one there. So let's see if this actually works. Yep, there you go. With that macerator on and the extractor on, I've still got power coming in, and obviously they're only going to produce power when it's daylight, but then I've got plenty of storage up at the moment for then the back box. So I need to make some more little blocks to put in there, but that's okay, that'll suffice for the moment. But as you can see, it's all nicely set up and we didn't need any more of that, but I'll put those back in there, empty out my junk at the moment. I'll tidy up that when we can, but next episode you all have a choice of what I'm going to actually go over. Now I can go over these electrical jetpacks, which you need advanced circuits, so you need a normal one, you go through and basically I can fly, kind of like Superman, he says. You can use an advanced helmets, but that's for later on, that you then actually wear a solar panel on your head so you can keep charging up your jetpack. There's also mining lasers, there's drills, there's all these different gears for industrial craft, which they are useful, but that is more higher tier. One that I did like the look of was, okay, so what's the actual mod? Quiver bow. So I'm gonna protect myself a lot more in this mod. I want to go around and just kill things. So if you'd like me to go over the quiver bow mod with some of the different weapons you can have, save it down below for next episode. But obviously go through the actual mod pack at your leisure. It's the Tekkit Legends mod pack. You can find it on wiki, wherever you can. Look for all the different mods, and if you want me to go over one, say down below. There's Engineer's Toolbox, which is very similar to the Industrial Craft. However, it's more customizable, but it's more complicated at the same time, but the nice thing is you can EMC the parts, whereas industrial craft you can't. There's Redstone Arsenal, which is something very further tier. There's Railcraft. There's more Project E. I wouldn't mind getting back into Project E a bit more, because it is quite fun when you start getting all the gear. There's upgrades for the barrels. There's basically a lot of different things. There's I believe there's carpenter's blocks in here as well somewhere, but there's the forestry mod with all the bees, but you can actually make automatic farms, which would be quite useful. Then you have, there you go, carpenter's blocks. They're quite useful for actually, you make like a carpenter's door, but then, or a safe, and you can then right click with like an obsidian block and you make it have the properties all look like obsidian. So there's all different ways you can go around, and there's more buildcraft stuff and potions, more gear. So by all means, let me know down below what you think I should be doing. And just one last thing with the nether portal, I shifted it a bit and made nether brick, because this is like my nether domain. So as always, if you have enjoyed the video, smack that like button down below, and as I said, if you think of any mods, let me know. I'd like to know what you actually would like me to showcase. And as always, if you haven't already joined the Chaotic crew, smack that sub button down below. You all take care now. Chaos out.